Hey, in this video, we're going to go over how you can build a list of companies that recently had somebody leave the company. So then you can use that in your outreach. So this is a little bit similar when you reach out to somebody and you say, hey, I noticed you're hiring for a VP of marketing, but instead now we're going to say, hey, I noticed that Josh just left as a VP of marketing. How are you going to replace the work that they were doing? And then you can manipulate that. Like if you run a service company, you can talk about replacing them as a service, or if you run a tech company, you can talk about how, you can help the team while that person is away, things like that. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to use Clay to get this done. Essentially, this first step, all you need to do is find a list of people who recently started a new role. Because if they recently started a new role, they also recently left a new role as well. Or they left their old role too. There's no database that really has this, as a button. Like you can't just click a button and say, I want everybody who ended an experience a month ago. That's not really a thing. And so yeah, so we're just going to target as best as we can. If we have company level filters, we would, there's probably different ways that we would do it, but we're just going to do it kind of blanket in this way. So we would just hit find people from LinkedIn, and I'm going to make, so you could also use Sales Navigator for this too. And if you wanted to, you could you could try to trust Apollo's data too. And that's, I mean, I've noticed that it's just not the greatest. For, they'll say like, oh, people who've started their job in the last month. You could use that too, and then enrich in Clay and really try to find it. But so the big thing is here is we want somebody in the United States, and I want them to have marketing in their title. Woof. Hang on, everybody. All right, we're back. So we want marketing in the title, and then we want their experience. Minimum months in current role. We're not going to do anything. Maximum months in current role. We're going to put 1, and we're just going to ride with that. Okay, cool. So we're just going to do that. You could increase it. If you put like 2, you could still probably use that. 3 is probably pushing it a little bit. But anyway, I don't want to get a million results here. So hit preview people, and we'll just let this run. Great. So now we have a list of all these people that recently started a marketing role. And then we could just import them, and we're going to enrich their profile because we need to look back at their previous company and see the most previous role that they had. So all this data loaded in, and all I've added is the so we're enriching the LinkedIn profile, and all I've added here is a filter list of objects, because what I want to do is I want to find an experience that is not current for them. So then we could jump in here, and so we have a filtered array, and now this person works at Red Hat, but see how they were an event coordinator. We also we also need to filter it again. So here we go. We'll do another one. We also want to filter the array for anything that does not contain that the company domain here. So we will do experience and then insert all of these. And then we just need to find the exact value. So we'll just go in here and we'll go to experience, and then we'll just hit, we could use this, which I'm not going to use. And there's a couple of reasons why, but I'm not going to get into it right now. So we'll use company domain. So we just have to type in company domain exactly how they have it. And then we want it to does not contain. And then we want, again, company domain. And then we'll run this. And now this will break it down. So you can get a list of companies that they used to work at. And so then the last thing that we can do is we can basically map this end date. And then we can literally just add a formula. Is this date within the last 2 months? And then we'll just map the end date of the most recent experience that they are not working at anymore, which you see, like, the hit rate isn't going to be amazing on this. I'm being completely upfront about this. See, this person is basically the only person we can reach out to, because a lot of these people got promotions. And so the reason why they have a new experience in the past couple of months is they got a promotion, and that's their new experience, and they used to be working at another company. So that, just so you know, that's just the way it's going to be. And then we'll hit this, and then we have, okay, so then we just have to add this. If end date is not empty, is this date within? Cool. See, then we get true right here. And now what we can do is we would run the rest of these, obviously. Then you could, I mean, honestly, you could do whatever you want. You could create another view, and we're going to say, okay, this view is recent date check, contains true. Great, so now we've got 13 people. You can hit add people. Oh, whoops. They changed the UI here. So then we can just hit find contacts at company, and then we would save results in a new table so that it's free. And then what we're basically doing is we're basically like targeting this view. Oh, so interesting. Recent role example video. And then we would be doing not company domain. We actually, I guess, we would need to map the new domain, to be completely honest. So then we'd have to come in here, and we'd have to say, this is the company domain. Target this domain. Then we would create this column, and then you would do a lookup over here, and then we would say, hey, notice you recently lost person. We can help. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And so, yeah, that's how you could do the targeting. You could probably end the video now. I'm just going to finish this for people who don't know how to use Clay as well, to just get all the way to the end for you. So then we would just use the contacts, company, save results, a new table, and we would do recent role example, and then target this domain, and then copy of default view. So now we're only doing it for these people. And then, so we have anyone with marketing in their role. So I want to target anybody with like chief marketing or CMO, CEO. Notice how here I'm putting, I don't really like to put chief marketing officer, or like the way their keyword search works is it's just looking for that keyword to exist. So if I were to put marketing, it would be everything. But if I put vice marketing, I'll get everybody who's a vice president of marketing. I'll get everybody who's a VP. Well, I won't get a VP of marketing, so we'll do that. Like I don't put any of the ofs in there or anything. So anyway, then we do that, and then we can just hit preview people, and then you could continue with your Clay workflow to find the email addresses and sequence them and do all of those things as well, and see how we have all of these people, with these matches across just, essentially 13 companies here. That's essentially how you would get this done.